Hello everyone, in this video we are going to talk about the X model of Alpine.js. The X model is used for two-way data binding. Let's say we got a input field and whatever we are going to put on that input field, we want to display it somewhere else in the real time. Or let's say we got some kind of checkbox, some kind of radio buttons like that, and we want to display the output based on the input. Then in this type of cases we are going to use the X model. So let's see. Let's create a div and let's use xdata to declare it as an Alpine component. Then let's use or create a variable named name. Let's put it blank for now. We are going to grab the value from a input field. Let's add a label first, name, and let's add a input field type of text because the name is a text. We don't need any name and ID for now. Also this for we don't need that for this demonstration purpose. So we got an input field and I want whatever we are going to put in here, we are going to display it. So let's do that. We can use a paragraph tag and use a X text. Let's concatenate a string first, like my name is, and concatenate the name from here. Now if we type anything in here, nothing will happen because this is totally empty. We actually need to bind this input field with this X data and with the name especially. So how we can do that? We can do that by using the X dash model, and we are going to give this the same value here. Now this input field is bind with the name, so whatever we are going to put in this input field is going to be passed inside the string as a value of the variable. Now it is going to display it here in the real time. Let's save and type out anything, and as you can see, this is going to display it. Now let's talk about another example. So let's say we got two types of input field, like two different input field. Whatever we are going to put in an input field, we want to display the same thing to the another input field. We can also do that. So this is going to be same, so I'm just going to copy this to save some time. We don't need any label, so I'm just going to use the input and press like that. So now we got two input field, and if we press anything in here or we put any text in here, this is going to be displayed in here too. And if we type in here, this is going to display it in the second input field also. Okay, as we have already talked about the input field or input type of text, now let's talk about another type of input field, the select option. So let's create a div here, and let's say we want a select option where we can select our favorite color. So we are going to declare the div as an Alpine component. So as data, let's create a variable named my color. So whatever we are going to put in the input field, this is going to grab this and put it as a value here. So select, we don't need any name and ID, so I'll just remove it for now. Now inside the select, let's put some kind of options. So let's say select a color, another option, and we are going to put our color name in here like red, green, yellow. So we got our input field here, we can select it. Now in order to make it functional, we need to give it a value, right? So let's do that. The value will be the same. and for the first one it will not have any value. Now in order to make it work, in order to make it totally functional, we need to use the X model. Otherwise the value here will not be updated in here, right? So let's just try to output it like by using the X text, and it will be my color. Let's save, and nothing will happen if we select any of this, because it is not going to use the X model to actually give this value to this variable. So let's use X model, and it will be my color. Let's save. Now if we select a color here, nothing happens because I got a terrible mistake in here. Like I have put this paragraph text outside of the actual Alpine component. That's why it is not going to show anything. It is out of the scope. Let's just save, and now it should work. See, now we can see the value we have selected from here. So let's use the X show to make it a little bit more interesting. We can add a text in here, like let's replace the paragraph tag with a span, so it will be inline. And before that, let's use a paragraph tag. I'm just going to put the finishing text or the tag at the last. Now let's say my favorite color is, now we are going to say select the color, but when nothing is selected, everything is empty, we just want to hide this text also. How we can do that? Well, we can actually use the X show directive to do that. So if it is totally empty, then it will return as false, okay? But if it has any value, it will return as true. So you can just put my color and save. Now it is gone, but if we give it a value like red hair or green, it is going to show up. And again, now the value is empty, it will return as false, so it will be hidden. Okay, so these are everything about the X model, and in the next video we are going to talk about the X bind directive of Alpine. So see you there.